Ayo, bubble.
Hey, yo, Bubbles. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are checking out ROCKSTAR Official music video. How you say their name? Is it like xikers or something like that? Let me know. We did check out their debut Tricky House music video. It was definitely just, I don't know how to describe that. I don't know. It was just a lot, but I really liked it though. And actually over on the Patreon, we checked out their live stage on It's Live, where they just kind of did that performance. And I literally at the end of that video was like, Rookie of the Year? Like, I don't know, you know, because their energy and they're already just so good. I was just kind of like in awe of how powerful they already were. But I do think that KQ does a really good job at, you know, equipping their groups from what I've seen anyway, you know, right out of the gate with just powerful performance ability. So I'm not really too surprised about that, honestly, but like it still was a shock. So we're going to be checking out ROCKSTAR music video. By the way, if anyone's wondering, I'm going to be checking out the album off camera. There will not be a reaction to this album, mainly because I can't react to every single thing that drops, you know, right now. And I told myself that some things I'm just gonna enjoy, you know, and that's totally fine. I will be enjoying this album off camera, but I wanted to check out the music video with you guys, so I decided to go ahead and react to it. So let's get into this. ROCKSTAR, let's go. Okay, let's go. Oh my god. What is the writing on their neck? Ooh. Ooh. Was that Hunter? I feel like the chorus was an entirely different song. Okay, I felt like the approach to this one was different though, because it was like, I feel like the first song was like, yo, here we are, like this is us. But like this had like a more, I don't know, from the beginning it felt like a more like an emotional approach to the lyrics. I was like, oh, okay. And then that chorus came in, I was like, oh, okay. But also at the same time, I felt like, oh my god, like we just went in and it just kept building, and then we brought it back down. Like, I don't know, it was like a build, and then now we're back, and I'm just like, oh my god, they're so explosive. Like, I feel like one thing to describe them is like they're really explosive, and their energy is so you know, I'm just like, okay, you know, and I'm like, oh my god. Okay, I'm going back so that I can hear the chorus again. Hey, hey. Feeling like a star. Hey, hey, feeling like a star, feeling like a star. Wow. What the f? The way he sung that into What? What just happened? I love his voice, and then like, not the shake. Hey. Hey. Oh, I love him. Hey. Let's go. Are you ready? Right! This song is really growing on me right now. Ah! Why'd you kick me? Let's get it! Ah! Oh! That was a thumbnail! That's a really dope shot. Like a star, feeling like a star. Yes! Oh my God! Oh my God! This has to be tiring to perform live. But in the middle of like a tornado or a hurricane. Yes!
1, 2.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, oh my God. Wow. Okay. All right. So here's my thoughts. When I first was listening to it, I think initially in my head, I was like, okay, I think I like Tricky House more. I think like the first like listen for Tricky House, I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like I was already vibing. And I think this one took me a little bit of a second to get into. But as like the second verse happened and then we went into the chorus again, I was like, okay, no, it's kind of growing on me. Like I was starting to sing along. I was like, okay, I'm here, I'm ready. And here, another thought in my head, I'm really trying to separate them from ATs. And I know that's really hard to do because KQ hasn't, you know, they don't have a ton of groups. You know what I mean? So this is like a new group. Everyone's like, oh, okay, let's go. I'm trying to separate them from them. I try to do that for every group that's underneath the same company, honestly, especially if they're in the same genre of music per se, because ATs is an entirely different thing as they are an entirely different thing. But I'm not gonna lie, I like thought like this song was like in my head, I was like, this is like Gorilla mashed up with like Halazia. Like, you know what I mean? Like in my head, I was like, oh my God, this has like elements of Gorilla and how like rock it is, but also like the ending reminded me of Halazia, and in the way that the ending of Halazia was it was insane. You know, that's how big it was. So like in my head, I was thinking those things, and I was like, okay, I would be really interested to see what their B-sides sound like, because I feel like their title tracks could be deceiving me at, you know, of their sound. Like if they did different styles, because so far everything's been so in your face, you know, like I want to hear like maybe a ballad or like R&B or slower, just to see like how that would sound like with them. They have so much energy, like their energy is like off the charts. It's insane. So I'll be looking forward to see like what other songs they have to show on this album, because man, that was intense. I feel like that was like harder, like they went harder on that than Tricky House. Like I'm like, oh my God. Another thing I was thinking of while I was listening to this, which I said, was that this must be really hard for them to perform live. I mean, I'm just thinking of like how intense the choreo is, how intense the song is. I'm like, in a live setting, I was like, oh, that's gonna be probably challenging for them. But I mean, they're insanely talented, so I mean, I'm sure they kill it, but it might not be like easy for them to do, obviously. Also, I think someone mentioned like the blue the blue thing, which I've seen a couple times within some K-pop group music videos, but I think they mentioned something about them being like goblins or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like they have some sort of link to that between the two music videos anyway so far. So they may have their own storyline in a sense, or it just could be a running theme with this particular drop. I don't know either way. But yeah, I actually did enjoy this. I still think I might like Tricky House more, just because on the initial first listen, I think I was more there faster, but it got me still. So I still really loved both songs, and I'm really excited to see what this album is going to be as well. What we might do, it's not a promise, because I'm really trying the thing with doing things the way that I'm doing it, and not kind of reacting to every single thing that drops, people become expectant. I noticed they're like, okay, so you reacted to the music video, so we want this and we want that. And I have to kind of remind people, I'm going at my own pace. I'm doing things my own way. You can always recommend, but at the end of the day, I'm going to do things the way that I see works best for me. I do know they have dance practices. So as far as I can see right now on their channel, they have the Rockstar dance practice. They have like an eyes contact and like the regular one. And I think, they have Tricky House as well. So I may check those out in another video because we've heard both songs. But it's probably not going to be like super soon or anything like that. So if there is some time before I get to that, just be patient. That's all. Like, the content is never going to go away. Like, it's just going to be there and ready for when I'm ready to go to it as well. But yeah, one person that is standing out to me a lot, which I believe his name is Hunter. Somebody let me know if I'm right on that. But also I feel like he's like, he was one of like the main characters in this music video. I don't know. I feel like he got a lot of screen time. His facial expressions are insane. Is he a main dancer? I don't really know if there are positions. I know I kind of feel like recently with most groups that are like debuting, there's not really positions like that. They kind of just do everything, right? So I don't know what his position is, but he's really tall too, by the way. But also the rapper, that one rapper that I mentioned that I really liked, oh my god, he's insane. Like, he's insane as well. So I mean, the whole group is super talented. Possibly could be my rookies of the year. I don't really know, but I mean, from what I've seen, it's just been top notch. Like, I can't even really believe that this group is as good as they are, like that. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy this reaction. Leave your thoughts down below. But on that note, I will see you guys on the next one. Sing with me.